What sets successful people apart from the rest of us? Is it their ability to craft a 25th hour into their day while most of us only have 24 hours? Now, as you guys know, success leaves clues. And through my various years of studying those who have gone before us and have done so much better than me as well, is that they have this obsession towards personal growth and they make it an intentional thing into their daily routine to grow personally and in the areas that they care about. It takes an intentional plan to grow and to develop in any area that you want to grow in. And that's why I love this book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, which we're going to be breaking down in these 3-part series. In the first part, we're going to be talking about the first 5 laws, and I hope that you find value. If you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, so let's talk about the first 5 set of laws in this 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And the first one is the law of intentionality. So intentionality basically means that if you want to grow, you have to make it an intention and a daily routine to basically grow. You better need to wake up each day with one single goal and then question that's in your heart. How can I be better today than I was yesterday? And this comes from various forms of actions that we all need to take. First is to be mindful and aware that, hey, we're on a growth journey. Things aren't going to be perfect and it's all right. But also making sure that we lay out a plan and a strategy to ensure that we follow through with our growth plan. And that could mean spending time to read the right books on leadership. It could mean spending time to learning a skill that is important for your career. It could mean spending more time with your family. It could mean spending time to work on your fitness or your health daily. And that's something that needs to be intentionally blocked into your calendar and in your time, and that you really set the time to work on yourself and your goals. So that's law number 1, the law of intentionality. Now, the second law is a law of awareness. John's teaching says that through awareness, you're basically able to start to change. If you're not aware of where you are and what your strengths and weaknesses are, you're not going to be able to know what you need to change. So you need to basically surround yourself with groups of people that are going to be honest and loving to you, that care enough about you, to be very straight up to you, to let them speak into your life on the things that you need help on. Your path to growth is going to be very difficult because you're going to be resisting change. So you have to be intentionally aware that you need to change and that change is going to lead to a better life and better results overall. Now, the third law is the law of the mirror. This is a very interesting law that I've learned because in this law, John talks about how we look at ourselves in the mirror. And you also need to be honest with yourself on the things that you're weak in, as well as the things that you are good in, so that you can also work to strengthen those areas and work to develop the weak areas. One of the quotes that I love in one of his books says that you can't give what you don't have. And it's probably not John that said it, but there's been a couple authors that have mentioned this. A leader can only lead up to the capacity of himself. It essentially translates to you can only be giving to people the things that you have in yourself. Like if you don't love yourself, you're not going to be able to act out that love for others. And even if you can, it's not going to be sustainable and it's also not going to be authentic. So make sure that you intentionally work on how you see yourself in the mirror, that you value yourself first so that you can add value to others. And if you're trying to lead others, that you also understand that you are capable of leading and that you empower yourself with good thoughts, strengthen yourself with good thoughts, with good input, so that you can look yourself in the mirror feeling confident, hopeful, grateful, powerful, and as well as empathetic, and that those joy and those feelings and those happiness can be overflowed into the lives of others if you're trying to lead a group of people. So that's law number 3, the law of the mirror. The fourth law is a very important law, which is the law of consistency. Now, even for people who have an amazing talent with amazing skills, if they're not consistently working on crafting their skills or their talent, they can only go so far. I remember hearing John Mayer, a famous artist, and he talked about how he locked himself in the room, practicing hours, day in, day out, just trying to get the riffs and trying to get his fingers to just flow from top to bottom of the fretboard and just putting in the work hours. And you know, that magical rule of 10,000 hours kind of really works, you know? And it comes with everything in life. Like if you're trying to become a better leader, like I am, which means that as a leader now in the day and age, you need to be able to communicate well. You need to be able to share your vision clearly. You need to be able to be empathetic to people. You need to be kind to people. And as well as you need to be disciplined yourself if you're expecting your employees to be disciplined like you. So you need to be able to show consistency that is aligned in your daily lives if you're going to expect your team to do the same thing. Now, the fifth law is also very true and tried in my own life, which is the law of environment. This basically means that I think for some people, you might notice that there are days that you do better simply because you're in a different environment. Now, that environment could be an environment filled with people that are smarter than you. It could be in an environment where you feel like you're inspired and challenged to be better. This is nature where you're relaxed and you're able to really get out all of the creative juices in your mind, where there's no clutter that's in your room. And so you're able to release your creativity and your ideas better. Whatever that is, growth can be intentionally crafted if you also are able to design your environment. Now, not all of us can purposely or intentionally craft our environment or our surroundings. Quite a lot of you probably have jobs or are employed in a company. Of course, there might be some small things and some small changes that you can do to make sure that that environment that you're in actually makes you feel better. And that could be just putting on headphones and just listening to podcasts that inspire you, or perhaps listening to a good book that you want to read, or perhaps learning a new skill, or perhaps it's listening to some songs that nourishes your soul. Whatever it is, try and make the environment that brings out the best version of yourself so that you can continue to grow on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. So that's the fifth law. There you have it. That's the first 5 laws of the 15 invaluable laws of growth. And I'll see you on the next episode with the next 5. Take care, guys. God bless.